The Caribbean nation of Haiti is in the grip of its most acute humanitarian crisis since the devastating earthquake in 2010, which had taken the lives of hundreds of thousands of people. Politically as well, it isn't faring much better. Elections haven't been held since 2016, and the presidency remains vacant. The security situation here has in fact plummeted since the assassination of the former president Jovenel Moise in July 2021, and it is now comparable to a country at war. Gangs have launched coordinated attacks on key facilities over the past couple of weeks, ultimately forcing the country's Prime Minister Ariel Henry to pledge that he would of course step down. Our next report gets more details.
For over 2 weeks now, Haiti has been rocked by gang violence and the ensuing political instability. On the 29th of February, a coordinated attack was launched by multiple armed groups in a bid to oust the Prime Minister, Ariel Henry. The Prime Minister was in Kenya at the time, finalizing details for the deployment of a foreign armed force to Haiti to combat the gangs. He has since struggled to return home and is currently stranded in the US territory of Puerto Rico. As unrest spread, a notorious gang leader, Jimmy Cherizia, also known as Barbecue, warned that the chaos engulfing the capital Port-au-Prince will lead to possible genocide and civil war unless the Prime Minister steps down. Police stations, a police academy and the international airport Toussaint-Louverture were targeted. 2 of the country's biggest prisons were stormed by armed gangs, resulting in the escape of 4,000 inmates. Finally, on the 11th of March, Haiti's unelected Prime Minister, 74-year-old neurosurgeon Ariel Henry, pledged to step down once a transition council and an interim Prime Minister is appointed.
After the Council of Ministers, it's been agreed to set up a presidential transitional council. Once chosen, the council will govern over different sectors of national life. Haiti wants peace. Haiti needs stability. Haiti needs sustainable development. Haiti needs to rebuild democratic institutions. I'm asking all Haitians to remain calm and do everything they can for peace and stability to come back as fast as possible for the good of the country.
Allegedly, armed gangs massively grew their wealth, influence and territory under Henry's administration. Henry's resignation, however, has resulted in an uncertainty hanging over Haiti's political future. Reportedly, some political parties have rejected the plan to create a presidential council that would manage the transition. And in yet another blow following Prime Minister Henry's announcement that he would tender his resignation, Kenya has decided to pause its deployment of 1,000 police officers. The US State Department, though, remained optimistic.
What the Kenyan government said in its statement is that they have to have a government with which to collaborate, which has been an important part of their understanding. It's a perfectly natural thing to expect, that they want to know that there's a government that can host them, that can make a request for them to deploy a mission. So right now, as you wait for the appointment of a presidential transition council, which would appoint then a new government, a new prime minister, I think that's an appropriate step for the Kenyan government to take. But we think those are steps that will happen, as I said, in the very near future, and that would pave the way for this mission to go forward without delay.
The wave of gang violence that swarmed Haiti's capital, Port-au-Prince, on the 29th of February has stoked more fears of a humanitarian crisis. In a country of 11 million people, 4.35 million people face acute food insecurity. Even more worrying is the fact that 1 million of Haitians are merely a step away from famine. The gang violence has resulted in the internal displacement of 350,000 people, with more than 15,000 of them in the last fortnight. With the fear of gang attacks looming and the political future remaining uncertain, Haiti is placed rather precariously, and the next few days would be worth keeping an eye on.